I knew the discussion had shifted in my favor the moment she crossed her legs like she was settling in for a victory. She came dressed for triumph. Pearls, a white top, the calm arrogance of someone who thought over 21 years of marriage entitled her to a large settlement for unrealized potential. Her legal representative mirrored her smugness. Even the mediator's polite nod felt like a prelude to my anticipated defeat. But I was not here to surrender. I was here to conclude something that expired long before she acknowledged it. She began the meeting with her favorite line: "I sacrificed my profession for him." The mediator recorded it as if it held significance. Her legal representative added, "We are requesting substantial spousal support too. Decades of emotional labor and domestic assistance." Her eyes darted to me, expecting guilt, apology, or financial compliance. What she received was silence. Cold, calculating silence. The folder next to me remained closed for now. We had met young, more eager than wise. She had ambition then, media work, photography, meaning back when. She filled notebooks with concepts instead of excuses, and I loved her. Dear God, I did. Enough to work double shifts so she could find herself, enough to support her through every new pursuit she started and abandoned. Enough to believe we were constructing a life, not a narrative she would later distort into sacrifice. But somewhere around year 13, her dreams narrowed into one shape: attention, and she found a man who provided it to her daily. Her work partner, Robert. Casual joke, she asserted, meaningless. She insisted, a harmless connection. She needed to stay inspired. I played along for too long, believing her laughter, her innocence, her gentle assurances that I was imagining things. But she stopped looking at me the way she used to and started returning home smelling like someone else's fragrance. The truth snapped into focus on a rainy evening when I picked up her phone by chance. A notification lit the screen. "We still on for Saturday. Can't wait to finish what we started." His name, Robert, her work partner, was above it. There it was. No theatrics, no excuses, just betrayal, plain and unadorned. Something inside me quieted that day. Not fury, not heartbreak, something colder, a decision forming slow and deliberate. I did not confront her. I observed, listened, prepared. Her dependency worked in my favor. She talked continuously, slipped details of their rendezvous into half-truths, forgot what lies she had told, thought I was too busy to notice. I was not. I tracked the hotel receipts she thought she concealed, the emails she deleted, but did not empty the shared photos she did not realize synchronized to the cloud, the financial trail she left behind. And then there was him, the man who called himself my partner's emotional support system. He was married to, unhappily, he liked to exaggerate. His wife worked late. He felt neglected. I met her by accident one afternoon in Boston. She was sharp, efficient, already suspicious. We exchanged information like two generals agreeing to a temporary alliance, and she delivered the final element I needed: joint ownership details of their little creative venture, a studio they had, registered under her name with my partner, Mary, funneling money into it behind my back. Perfect. I spent the next 8 months preparing the financial equivalent of a guillotine in silence. Now, in the mediation room, the moment arrived. Her legal representative cleared his throat. Given her years of unpaid domestic contribution, I slid the folder to him. No drama, no comment, just a quiet push across the polished table. He opened it, read the first sentence, stopped breathing. His eyes darted to her, then to me, then back to the page. The color drained from his face. What is this?" she asked. He whispered. He gave it all away. Silence detonated across the room. Her brows furrowed. Confusion spiraled into dawning horror. Inside the folder was the transfer of my entire half of the marital assets into an irrevocable trust. Beneficiary, the wife of her work partner, Amelia. My notarized statement, waiving all claims in exchange for full release from spousal support. Proof of my partner's siphoning funds into an undeclared business. Correspondence revealing her affair. Her partner's wife's sworn declaration. A request for an investigation into concealed assets under her name. The mediator looked ill. Her legal representative looked defeated. She looked like she had been struck. You gave everything away," she managed. "No," I said. "I gave it to the person who deserved compensation." Her legal representative hissed. "If this proceeds to court, she will be investigated." "That is the intention," I said. She turned toward me, shaking. "Why would you do this? Why would you ruin me?" "I did not ruin you," I said. "You did. I just directed the fallout." She lunged for the papers, flipping through them, realization tearing through her expression as she recognized every hotel, receipt, every message, every lie she thought she had buried. "You cannot leave me with nothing," she whispered. "You left us long before I did." The mediator cleared his throat. "Given this evidence, alimony is off the table." Her face collapsed. As I stood to leave, she reached out. "Please, we can talk." I looked at her one final time. "We stopped talking 21 years ago. You just did not notice." I walked out of the room feeling lighter than I had in decades. Justice is not loud. It is precise.